Distinguished Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the government and the people of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago warmly welcome viewers across the globe to the opening ceremony of the Commonwealth Heads of Government Meeting 2009.
The nation has seized with pride the opportunity to provide the place where the world meets, to bring people closer together, to share ideas, and create partnerships to address some of the most critical issues of the 21st century under the theme of partnering for a more equitable and sustainable future.
Please welcome the Secretary General of the Commonwealth, His Excellency Kamalesh Sharma.
And no specific legal statute. Our educational, legal, and governmental systems may be similar, but they are not the same. The Commonwealth's shared language is English, but for most of us, that is not our mother tongue. The Commonwealth is a champion of democracy, of development, and dignity for its people, and of respect for diversity, but nowhere can it do these to perfection. So I ask, what is it then that makes us survive and thrive and feel a sense of belonging? I've often spoken about the Commonwealth of values, true to its beliefs, but swift to help and slow to chide. We generally lift not a chastising or wagging finger, but an outstretched helping hand. I have spoken of the Commonwealth of its times, constantly renewing itself in the face of fresh challenges and new needs over 6 decades. I have spoken of the Commonwealth of the vulnerable, tending first and foremost to those who need it most, its small states, its least developed states, its women, its young people, its poorest people. And I have spoken of the Commonwealth of partnership, looking out on the world, embracing new members, the civil society, and the business communities, and indeed, all with whom it can possibly work, nationally or internationally. The Commonwealth is the place where we can fulfill a deep-set desire to be, at one and the same time, citizens of our local communities, of our countries, and of the world. This is my briefest, most impressionistic of sketches of an extraordinary association in its 60th year and younger than ever. In 1949, a new body was created by an act of extraordinary accommodation and vision, which I believe introduced the idea of an international community. It has stood the test of time with confidence and with integrity. But in 2009 and beyond, it must again show itself to be in and of its times and equal to them. Amidst the wreckage created by a series of global crises, the looming existential catastrophe of climate change, the pernicious poison of poverty and disease, the strangling of so much entitlement and opportunity, the Commonwealth has to prove itself worthy. It is my hope that we will see 4 particular results from this Chogam. First, a restatement of our values and principles with practical commitments to match. We can be flattered that other organizations have taken their cue and evolved in part in our image. The rest of the world, though, is catching up. Now is the time to push forward again in pioneering ways. I hope that we will raise our bar once more in the standards we set for ourselves and in the ways in which we make them real. Second, and in the last days before the global community meets in Copenhagen, a restatement of our shared responsibilities towards the preservation of our planet. We must set out the responsibilities of countries, both rich and poor, and especially of rich countries towards the poor. We are called to discharge our special Commonwealth responsibility towards the most threatened and vulnerable. Third, and in an anniversary year, in which our theme has been serving a new generation, we should deliver practical commitments to our young people, in whose eyes we see our future, especially in bringing youth policies and programs into every aspect of government, and in providing training and other support as we encourage young people to become the job creators and inheritors of the future. Finally, we must respond to the call of this meeting for partnership in pursuit of equity and sustainability. We are already a network of partnerships. The Queen once memorably referred to us as the original World Wide Web. Here in Port of Spain, we need to refresh the ways in which these networks join us, and especially the ways in which they use technology to weave an ever closer web of partnerships. This is the spirit of enlightened globalism at large. In a world of headlong globalization, we are a great global good, contributing to the globalization of wisdom. Distinguished heads, the Commonwealth is that place in the world which comes nearest to a shared vision of a truly international community. It speaks to us as responsible citizens of our world. It speaks to us, to our common humanity. We all wish you well in nurturing and living that vision. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency.